Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, after that weirdly convoluted overview video, I'm just going to tap down into some little nuts and bolts if I can. So, first of all, entertainment only for the senses that are out there, and I'm using in this particular reading the Trip and Wait Tarot. If you like the deck, just rewind and have a look and pause and write it down. Okay, so what I want to have a look at is the orange twerp heading to NATO. I believe very possibly already there, but oh gosh, what cards have I got? The insanity. Yeah, the insanity of it all. Possibly also secrets being revealed, but I'm just going to see what sort of reception he's going to get. Let's have a look. Gosh. Emotional, highly emotional insanity is what I think he's bringing to the party. But let's have a look. Now we know what happened at the G7 that was in Canada. He landed, he made an absolute fool of himself for about 12 hours, and then he left. His bat and ball and left in a huff and started a fight on the other side of the world. But let's have a look. What reception is, because the other countries that are coming together, the other leaders, it's very much like the G7. They're all chummy. They're all friends. They're all meeting each other as if long lost brothers. Um, Volodymyr Zelensky is being welcomed with open arms. Let's have a look. 30-something countries, I think, are in NATO, meeting in The Hague. What sort of reception is the orange twerp going to get? What sort of reception is he going to get? Now, I get while I was away, I really got the feeling that a big part of sending the stealth bombers to Iran was a knee-jerk reaction to being called, you know, people saying that he was going to chicken out, that he was a coward, that it was very much a narcissistic, I'll show them, bully type of situation is what I got. But it was done in coordination with Israel and Iran. It's just things that are going on behind the scenes are just incredibly bizarre. It's very much this sort of shirt fronting, chest beating between these. Um, I was going to say world leaders, but they're not showing much leadership. These dictators that are desperately trying to stay in power, and what's happened is they're now pretty much in cornered rat mode, which is when they're most dangerous, but it's like they're plotting amongst themselves to stay in power. So what sort of reception is he going to get? Let's have a look. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles, the Fool's Gold. He thinks he's going to walk in and everything is going to be fabulous and that he's going to be the center of attention, but it is literally going to drip through his fingers. He's going to make money threats. I can just about guarantee that. I'm really interested. One of my beautiful viewers gave me some. Pointed me in the direction of Lesotho, and I want to have a good look at that because for some reason it's really piqued my interest. But I'll get onto that in a different reading. Yeah, he's going to go in there very much repeating the lesson that he didn't learn at the G7 and that he didn't learn during his first regime. For him, it's all about money, 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 money. He does not understand that world diplomacy and negotiations are not necessarily financially based. Not everything is up for sale. Not everything is about the financial cost of. So, the Ace of Pentacles. What's the reception he's going to get? I think he's going to go in blustering about tariffs, blustering about increased defence spending from other countries. And I don't think it's going to work for him. Okay, his what he's going to the reception he's going to receive. It's the Justice card. Doesn't necessarily mean justice. Gosh, it'd be nice if being in The Hague he got arrested, but he hasn't. There hasn't been an international criminal court trial against him yet. I'm saying yet. It will happen. It may even be posthumous, but there will be a trial that is held because it's not just about him. But the challenge is for me, this is very much about actions having consequences, weighing the scales of justice. So you've got the sword of truth here being presented and the scales that are being balanced. And bullseye target, bullseye target. It is very much about actions having consequences will be his challenge. Right, foundation. The reception he's going to receive. There has been a lot of work that's gone on behind the scenes. I suspect there have been agreements between other world leaders that have gone on behind the scenes, negotiations that have gone on behind the scenes, uh, working together behind the scenes to try and bring peace. This is the energy that's stewing in. Okay. In the past, we've got the Queen of Wands. It is about a peace plan being proposed, coming forward. This is also about, okay, thank you. It's okay. In the past, it's very much about information being shared, but you've got the all-seeing cat here as well. This could be Ukraine, information about Ukraine, a new plan in regards to Ukraine in the past, and a plan coming to fruition to bring the ships safely into port. So what sort of reception is he going to get? World implications in the immediate future, something being brought to an end, and a lot of information coming out very quickly externally. About the Emperor. A lot of information being presented to the wannabe Emperor that will be transformative with the butterflies here. Okay, you've got here the higher authorities, the NATO authorities, secrets being revealed. Look at these three major arcana in a row here. The secrets being revealed, agreements come to, and here's this King of Cups energy again. It's not Ruta. We don't know who this King of Cups is. I know Mers is a water sign. I know Kami is a water sign. But we've got here the lunacy. Walking the path of the lunatic. Agreements being made, and this calm, diplomatic, emotionally mature, negotiating, diplomatic energy here. Oh, something's going to be fully exposed. It's going to bring about a disappointment, an offer, being made. And then we've got the Hermit shining the light on the snake in the path, basically, or just investigation or finding a path forward that is different than what was. We've got here end of a legacy, power moment, and the devil. End of the devil energy. Okay, so what reception is he going to get? I think they've already decided how they're going to treat him, and they're going to let him know that they have information on him, that they see through him. He's so transparent. I mean, he tells you what he's doing. You either listen to it or you don't. He's so transparent. He can't help blab. So is Trump going to be confronted with information he doesn't like. Treason, treasonous actions. There's a plan here that's underway, coming to fruition to expose treason, or is Trump going to betray them? Let's have a look. How's Trump going to react to the other NATO leaders standing up to him? How's he going to react to the other NATO leaders? Now, I know Rutte, gave a bit of a, we love you flattering speech. That's to get the felon there, because if it was antagonistic, he would just refuse to go. They know how to play him. Flattery gets flattery all the way. So how is Trump going to feel with the united front of the other allied leaders? Is Orban going? He's going to hang out with one buddy. Is it Erdogan or Orban? It feels like it's Orban. He's got his one buddy with him. How is Trump going to behave? Oh, I think he's going to leave. He's going to leave early. He's going to leave early. He doesn't like what's been presented to him. The challenge is the opportunities, the financial messaging. I think he's going to leave early. Let's see where this goes. It's going to be on the back foot and defensive, wild-eyed. There he is in the past, thinking that he's might be pushback on his tariffs or something that he doesn't like. Yeah, he thinks he's going in as a king, a money king, a money maker king, but these are not good cards for him. Crowning this reading is the messaging from the rest of the world that comes forward that's giving him a choice. Yeah, he's not going to stay. He's going to get off plane, be confronted, and then he's going to take his bat and ball and go home, antagonistically, externally. The world has changed. Okay, thank you. I just got told he does not understand the world as it is now. Okay. Ending. He does not understand how the world dynamics have changed, because he's going to get this pushback that he's going to lash out against, because he just honestly does not understand how the world has changed. Ending. He's out of there. Ending. Finding himself out in the cold. And then there's this big new announcement, perhaps a knee-jerk, rash military announcement that is seen as exactly what it is. That'll bring an end to his cycle, an end to his regime. On the world stage, the truth on the world stage. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He's not going to get the reception that he thinks he's going to get. I think he's going to be really antagonistic about it, and he's going to take his bat and ball and go home. But he may do something rash because his feelings have been hurt. So what's going to be, what is the, this is why Kremlin is planning on taking him out, because he is unpredictable. He's gone off-piste. He's gone off the track. Yeah, he's full in this devil mode. Addiction, greed for power. He's chained himself fully to this blue devil. So what's he going to do next? What's going to happen to him next? Okay, thank you. I just said stop. What's going to happen to him next? So he's chained himself fully to this dark energy, this that doesn't have a place in the world today. This bombastic thinking can solve everything by tossing a few missiles. The narcissistic addiction. This is the ending for him. What's he going to do next? The challenge is that he knows it is the ending for him. That's his challenge. Now we are in full cornered rat mode at the moment. We've got here the double-edged sword, the strategy with the Queen of Swords, a harsh internal truth that's come for him in the past, the Two of Swords, sitting blindfolded in front of the swamp, trying to decide which way to go. In the past, but we've got the Judgment card at the top here. So the energy stewing in is a harsh reality, a brutal truth that's a double-edged sword for him. That's the energy he's stewing in, because crowning over all of this is a collective awakening, a judgment call, a wake-up call. The immediate future, so what's he going to do next? Nightmare situation. He doesn't know which way to turn. He's not sleeping. He's not thinking straight. Everything is just dripping apart on him. Oh, okay. Externally, the packing up the swords and leaving. This may prompt him to flee, as internally he's finding himself defensively more and more crazy on the back foot. Hopes and fears. We've got this is also a dementia card, the hopes and fears, but this could also be a fear of the gifts from the past coming out. Something has not yet been revealed with that Queen of Cups, but we've got the infighting with the Five of Wands, the infighting that's happening, the delusional poor choices that are there to be made. We've got the voter on the bottom of the deck. We've got the voter here. We've got the High Priestess, the hidden agenda being revealed. We've got the Nine of Wands. His back is going to be up against the wall. We've got the Strength card. We've got the Emperor card. And we've got the information coming in from overseas card. I think he's going to, we're getting closer and closer to him fleeing, or trying to flee. because he knows he's lost. He's lost whatever this is. Is he going to feel like, with the information that came out about the wasted bombing, is he going to feel like he's been laughed at even more? Boy, that's the worst thing you can do for a narcissist, is to laugh at them. When I say worst, for the narcissist, is to laugh at them. Is he going to feel like, so he had the squeak, squeak, squeak parade. The taco. Is he going to feel like he's been laughed at even more? Okay, so here is the wanting to ride in as the winner, feeling powerful, but all the figures in the background, nobody is cheering, nobody's celebrating. He knows it. He knows that his position as the false victory, he knows it. He knows he didn't win. He knows he got beaten both times by a female. He's finding himself unable to harvest what he thought he would. So he thought, okay, because he goes through money like the rest of us go through water, basically. He's unable to harvest money quickly enough. And then we've got the Knight of Cups, an offer being made to walk away, to instigate the plan, and he's feeling really deflated. Nobody's afraid of him anymore, and he can't cope with that. So does he feel like they're laughing at him? He's feeling really hurt. As I said, I think he's going to take his bat and ball and go home. He doesn't have the power that he feels that he deserves. And he's being made an offer. I'm asking about without NATO. Disappointment. And this might be Carney or Mers. He doesn't like what's on offer. We've got here the Queen of Pentacles, protecting, and the emotional overwhelming, and the complete and utter downfall. Ending. It's all too hard. The diplomatic negotiator, he doesn't like what's on offer. I think he's gone in with his idea of what he wants, with that Knight of Cups, expecting everybody to fall over themselves and abide by it, but they're not going to. They're coming back with a counter offer or counter information that he doesn't like. Okay? I think he's going to leave early. He's going to put it out there. I think he's going to land. He's going to go in there riding in like a winner, but not getting the adoration that he thinks he deserves. And he's going to leave because he's not, I don't think he's going to be listened to. We've got here the giving and receiving of help, and then the retreat, the wounded warrior and retreat. Okay. There's reception at NATO. I am getting that very G7 vibes, and he's not going to get what he wants. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand international politics. He understands bribery. He understands leverage. He understands bullying. He does not understand that most of the world operates on a non-financial basis. And when I say non-financial, I'm not talking about trade and stuff. Most of the negotiations are about cooperation and friendship and trust and allies and getting on and sharing, etc. Whereas for him, it's all about the bottom line dollar. Okay, it's going to be an interesting couple of days at NATO. Let's see how it plays out. Love to you all. Take care.